We took the road from Cherokee to Maggie Valley and wanted to stop here at the location of Ghost Town in the Sky. Um, this place is closed, obviously, and has been closed for a while now. It's gone through a lot of troubles, and it wanted to reopen at one point, and then they had plumbing issues and all kinds of stuff, and so they've essentially just given up. But interesting story is that I worked here for one summer back in, man, it must have been 94, 95. Yeah, it talks about on this little plaque here the golden years, 1961 to 1966, and this lists guest stars they had here. Guy that played the sheriff, local actors that were featured here at Ghost Town. Yeah, in the 60s, man, this was a hopping joint. And I worked here in the 90s, and I was a gunfighter. And but I also sang in the saloon show. It's still kind of set up in there. But yeah, so I sang in the saloon show and was a gunfighter. It was fun, and I'd probably do it again. But it's sad that it is closed now. No trespassing without permission. And this is the area that would greet visitors when they came in. And then you would take the incline railway up to the top of the mountain, or you could take the sky lift to the top of the mountain. And up there was an Old West theme park. And I was, what is this over here? This is new. Or I should say, I've never seen it. Oh, talking about Kirk's Raid. That's pretty cool. Contrary to popular belief, the mountain folk in western North Carolina were supportive of the Confederacy. As a performer here, there is a road a little ways up the mountain that you took to get up there. So you could opt to park down the bottom of the mountain and take the railroad up or the sky lift. But why do that? We can just drive up there. But it was a neat experience. Fortunately, one day we're doing the bank robbery. Me and this other guy were the guys robbing the bank, and so we went in, and the room was very, very small. Think about the size of your dining room. That's the size of the bank. And so we went in there, and we were supposed to shoot our guns. And now the idea was you shoot your gun to the opposite of where the other person was, right? Safety. Well, I did it. He did not. And he popped that gun probably about 1.5 feet from my ear. And yeah, that hurt a lot. The concussion, the sound in that tiny little room. And man, I'm lucky I didn't bust an eardrum. But so I lost hearing for a little bit, and it was painful. And you know, I approached it with the guy afterwards, and he chose to handle it by wanting to fight me at the end of the day in the parking lot. And well, I went to the boss, who was in charge of the gunfighters and all that, about this guy's safety, and then his, you know, threatening bodily harm to me. And he said, well, I'll talk to him. And so apparently he talked to the guy, and okay, well, he won't mention it anymore. And you know, I just, at that point, I was done. You know, I'm like, this guy, one, he was unsafe to work with. If he did that to me, he's gonna do it to someone else. All right, and two, you know, he threatened assault when I talked about being unsafe and all that. So I quit and never went back. And I don't regret that decision. I think I made the right decision. because they should have fired that guy. Plain and simple. I mean, they could have been reprimanded for the safety thing, but when he threatened me, he should have been fired. But nope, the guy had been playing the sheriff here for decades. He used to get a pack of beer every day after the shows and go drink in his little trailer, which I think was located on the property here. But he's passed away. I shouldn't talk ill of the dead. However, he should have fired the guy. I recommend coming up here and just taking a look at what once was here at Ghost Town in the Sky.